This assignment took us clear over to the other side of the planet, to one of the most hard-to-reach spots in the world, the wilds of southern Nepal. So now I'm taking my first ever elephant ride. We patrolled with machine gun-toting soldiers on elephant back, in wooden boats along crocodile-infested rivers. There are more crocodiles over there. And on foot in forests filled with wild animals. We were given unprecedented access to a massive effort by the Nepali government and the World Wildlife Fund to save severely endangered rhinos. What are the rules if we see a rhino on foot?
Just run away. Just run zigzag.
Zigzag?
Yeah.
Why zigzag?
Because its body is too heavy, right? So it can't run zigzag.
Ah, this is good to know.
Yeah.
So there are plenty of things to worry about when you're patrolling here.
Yeah.
Man-eating tigers.
Tigers, rhinos.
Poachers.
And the poachers.
Poachers. That's who these men are hunting. This is not your ordinary safari. We've got a jeep full of guys with guns here. They're out looking for poachers. And right there, blocking the road, is what the poachers are looking for. The great one-horned rhino, or Rhinoceros unicornis. We were able to drive almost right up to this one. It ran away at first, but then just calmly stared at us. And then this several-ton creature, which looks simultaneously extraterrestrial and prehistoric, actually came forward to investigate us. Rhinos have small brains and bad eyesight, which makes them easy prey for poachers. A rhino horn can fetch tens of thousands of dollars on the black market, made into dagger handles or more commonly into bogus fever-reducing pills by illegitimate practitioners of traditional Chinese medicine. These animals have been around for millions of years.
Exactly.
And now they're in danger of going away because of us.
And for stupid reasons. I mean, I could understand if rhinos had life-saving properties, right? That they died to save somebody's life. But they don't. But yet they're still being shot on, beliefs that have no
basis in science whatsoever.
Yeah, absolutely.
We took a dawn elephant ride, a spine-rattling experience, with Dr. Christy Williams, a scientist with the World Wildlife Fund. Raised in India, educated in Arizona, he is now one of the world's leading experts on rhinos. It's hard to say that this is a beautiful animal. I mean no disrespect by that, but it is remarkable to look at.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just look at the armor plating. It's as if it's stepped out of Jurassic Park.
Or an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Yeah, exactly.
There used to be hundreds of thousands of these animals in this part of the world. One reason they're now dangerously close to extinction is the history of upheaval in Nepal, a Himalayan kingdom about the size of Arkansas sandwiched between India and China. This is one of the most friendly but foreign-feeling places I've ever been. It's the birthplace of Buddha, reputed to be the mythical Shangri-La. In the streets of the capital city, Kathmandu, you can see holy men and sacred cows. But you also see Communist Party members here, some of whom were, until recently, fighting a bloody insurgency, one that badly distracted the Nepali army, which is supposed to be out protecting the rhino habitat from poachers. Shortly after we arrived, we heard about a freshly poached rhino. The moment we walked up and took a look at this, is there a visceral reaction you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be politically incorrect, but I wish I could hang the guy by his balls.
Yeah.
I mean, do exactly what he's done to this rhino.
The poacher chopped the horn from this side and this side, both sides, and took the horn out.
Also on the scene and also infuriated, the chief warden of Chitwan National Park, home to hundreds of endangered rhinos. What will you do if you catch the person who did this?
Well, I would do the same thing as he did my rhino.
And this is where you keep everything? The warden took us to this room where he stores all the rhino horns he's confiscated from poachers. All of these horns?
Yeah.
You must have 100 in here.
More than 100, I guess. Those poachers, They kill even the small baby. This may not be more than 2 years, 4 years, 2 to 4 years. Small baby.
He also took us to meet an arrested poacher doing 15 years in this jungle prison.
Didn't you think this is wrong? These animals are in danger. I shouldn't do this?
He says he was simply ignorant about endangered rhinos and he needed the money, only about $300 as it turns out. Nepal is one of the poorest countries in the world. It doesn't take much for the mafias that trade in rhino horns to bribe the locals into becoming poachers.
It's amazing. As soon as you get into wildlife conservation, you get into all sorts of other issues. Culture, sociology, economics. It's not just about the animals.
No, I mean, somebody told me about a few years ago when I was talking about conservation, and he said, listen, conservation is 99% man management, 1% actually doing something in the field.
The Nepali government, with the insurgency on hold for now, is starting to have some success with its anti-poaching crackdown. Here they find a human footprint in a restricted area.
So when you see a human footprint in here,
Yeah.
that's suspicious.
They are suspicious.
Meanwhile, the World Wildlife Fund has set up a network of informants in the local community, providing rewards to undercover agents like this man, whose identity we had to protect because his work could get him killed. He says he himself has helped to catch 70 poachers.
In the most recent rhino census, they found 36 more rhinos than they had before, which is terrific news. But they are not popping the champagne corks yet because these animals are still extremely endangered and the poachers are still active.
But the only way to really protect these animals in the long term may be to mobilize global public opinion, to make sure that everyone who has a Save the Whales bumper sticker also has one that says Save the Rhinos.
It's almost like the rhinos have a PR problem because elephants have Dumbo from Disney movies and then The Lion King and the tigers. Everybody loves tigers, but there isn't a strong rhino lobby out there.
There isn't a strong rhino lobby. Rhino is not like a tiger crisis is all over the newspapers. A rhino crisis has never been on the newspapers.
Moments later, our interview is interrupted by a snort.
Did you just hear a rhino?
Yes, there.
I heard a snort. You want to go take a look?
We scramble to get these shots of rhinos in the middle of a mating ritual, which involves the male chasing the female, sometimes for great distances. Watching these animals, it strikes me that if rhinos have a PR problem, they are perhaps their own best spokespeople, if only more people could just see them in action.
Oh, there's 2, 4.
Check out this elephant ride we took with game wardens and Nepali soldiers. When a mother rhino and her calf emerge from the bush, even people who have lived here their entire lives get worked up.
The baby.
Think about it. What a shame it would be if these creatures, who have been around in one form or another since the time of the dinosaurs, were to disappear. Their awkward majesty simply erased because of us. This is Dan Harris for Nightline in Chitwan National Park, Nepal.